Welcome everyone to Incredible Display. This is a deck profile series where we highlight some of the cool decks that were a win away from a top cut record. I'm Constantine, Pringlesman123 on Discord, and today I'm joined by the Jacob Johnson, who got 35th place with his Water Amajiki deck at the Louisville Regional. And hello. And just jumping into these, I always ask, going into the event, what is it that made you want to play Amajiki?
So I played Amajiki once already, and I played like this weapon chaos deck that Nathan Duwalt forced me to play. He said, play this deck with me or I'll cry. And I'm like, okay, deal. And I thought that wasn't the best it could be, so I wanted to try something else with it. I also was just sitting in a call, I think with you and David, when I was like, what should I play for this event? And I was like, you know what? I want to play this reversal with a lot of damage on it. And so I picked this character.
Yeah, I definitely remember you talking about like the core workings of this deck as it was being formed.
It changed so much since that time too.
Yeah. Okay, and so we have the idea for like where Amajiki came from, and so like next up then is how exactly is this Amajiki deck winning? Because we're used to chaos, right? So don't have the same usual Armor of the Wolf stuff going on.
Yep, so normally it's Armor of the Wolf, like it's the just basic EX powerful a thing. We are playing a little faster because the format's a bit faster, so we can kill them a lot quicker than waiting till we have 10 momentum and then doing a cool armor thing. So the whole deck is pretty much based around Mighty Blitz. It's the secret rare from Critical Role that is on play. You can like add anything from an attack from discard pile to your card pool. Well, your character gets to add that thing face up to your momentum at the end of your turn. So you pretty much are just selecting what face up momentum you want every turn you play it. Or you can just immediately manifest it in. And so the way I was winning is usually it was get like 2 Krakens of momentum turn 2 or 3 with Mighty Blitz, and you just hit them for like 30 with it early on compared to like waiting for that late game kill turn of Armor of the Wolf.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you just give so much speed with the Krakens and then you unflip them with Amajiki, right?
Yeah, most people are not blocking a 13 mid on turn 3. Like that is usually fast enough unless they have Barrier Shield, which then you have to play a little bit different of a game. But that was the main way I was winning games was Mighty Blitz when my opponents just weren't expecting it.
Mm-hmm. And then defensively, so yeah, I guess I would ask how you're playing defensively, but also like before you're killing them, what does your turn look like? Like how many attacks are you playing in a turn?
Usually 1. I would think every game I won, I just set a Mighty Blitz on the board. If not, like Kraken into Mighty Blitz to put the Kraken in my momentum with Manifest. I'm pretty sure that is every game I won. Or it was like really late game and I went like triple Falling Debris with 10 momentum. Like those are like the 2 win cons of the deck.
And then other than that, it'd just be like poke attacks as you like set up for that. Yeah,
you just play an attack every turn. Like Seafood Slugger destroys all their military ships because that's like a meta card everyone's playing. So I never let people have that card all weekend, which was cool. And then Claw Stoppers is draw me cards. My hardest set is actually a defensive piece. I was using you could like set in your momentum and then reset speed to 4. Which came up a lot against the Hanj deck that was running around. Like they would like play a 14 speed move and then you're like, no.
Yeah.
How about 4?
Yeah. I need to block this one. And I will do it on a 5.
Yeah, that thing does 20. I cannot let that hit me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like the general concept of the attack lineup. Like there was so when I first built the deck, it was 4 Aerial Kokosho, and you're just trying to build momentum and hit them for like 10 damage on their turn every turn. And I played against one too many aggro decks to ever want to play that style again. So I switched it up to just be like Mighty Blitz cool stuff. And I think it was better overall.
So if the format slowed down, you would maybe put more aerial Kokoshos in the deck?
Yeah, if it slowed down a little bit, I wouldn't need to play, like, I wouldn't care about assets as much with the Seafood Slugger, probably drop one of it. I wouldn't need a draw card every single, like, to have cards in hand with the Claw Stoppers, probably. I just, like, this game is so volatile right now that, like, you have to be able to play 5 cards on your turn and have 4 cards to defend yourself with in some way as a 7-hitter. And if your character's not doing that, you're probably not going to win. So,
yeah, definitely for the 7-hitters, it is very volatile.
Yeah.
Did you have any other things you want to say about the attack lineup, or are you good to like move on to some of the other cards in the deck?
I think that's about it for the attacks. They're pretty basic. A lot of them have his face on them.
Yes, yeah, the classics.
Yep. All right, so moving on. Assets, like I was saying earlier, military airship is in every deck. If you're not playing it, you're probably wrong. No offense to anybody, but that card's just broken in half. It's just a better version of VME. Like, everyone played VME, why not play this one? And I played an item box because everyone was giving a million stats. I don't think I really drew this once in my tournament run. I don't know if I ever draw item box, actually.
I mean, it's just another moment of normalcy. It's fucked up. So
correct. It's a second moment you could have out on the board. That's all it is.
And then I wanted to at least ask with airship, what were you typically picking up with it? Were you using it as like picking up your blocks, or were you replaying a Mighty Blitz or something? Or
so there's 2 ways I was using it. Manifest I was picking up to add extra attacks and momentum to get that Mighty Blitz kill early. Or I was picking up the thing I added in Mighty Blitz. So like it'd be like Mighty Blitz, add in Kraken if I need to hit something, or add in Falling Debris, and then you can like airship that back to your hand and then play it. I did the Falling Debris a couple times. Or like my opponent would go to like 11 foundations and can't destroy something, and you're like, okay, Mighty Blitz, add that in, pick it up. Get the free momentum and then do a bunch of stuff with it. I'd say the main thing it was there for was just to like, if they barrier shielded me, I could pick up my move. Like it's like a anti-aggro myself. In defense, it was really good picking up Manifest. Essentially.
Yeah, just another 1 high block that you can use defensively.
Yeah, KNG life.
Yeah.
When I cited in the juries, it was very good with that as well. Which was every single game I cited in jury. I should have just mainboarded them. But I guess my matchups have made sense. I cited in jury every game. When we get to that, I will talk about that because it was a rough one.
Yeah, I hear some giant monsters stomping outside my window as we ominously wait to talk about that.
Over half of my rounds were that or Hunch, so
yeah, it's some big fucking moves. At least with the actions, I did want to ask with I mean we've talked about it already a bit, just like how important Manifest is for killing people. Because I think Amajiki's used to run like 2 of this card, and you've chosen to 4x it, so.
Yeah, it's not as crazy in the Chaos deck because you have a lot of other cards getting you momentum. Underwater, we don't have anything that gets us extra momentum, so we are required. Well, you could play the Chaos Attune stuff, I just wasn't. But I just use this as my main get momentum ability. So.
Yeah,
that's why it was 4x.
Gotcha. And then
the 1 Fortitude, I don't even know why that was in my deck. I think I just had it sitting in my pile and I put it in there. If I'm being honest, I did not use it except as a 0 mid block. So that could have easily been the 0 mid block that readies my stuff.
The new Street Fighter one, the
Drive Fairy. Yeah, probably what it should have been, but that is okay.
I mean, it could have been good against like Pony or whatever if you played against that.
No, yeah, that would have been sick if I fought a pony. That would have been awesome.
But pony's too small. We were only fighting the big fish.
Yeah, I had to try and do 34. It was rough.
Yeah. But then moving on, at least to the foundations, that's the next logical thing to go to.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna start weirdly. I'm gonna talk about. We'll just go top to bottom. Broken Psyche. One thing that I remember talking to Kevin, I think Broberg, about was that a lot of Amajikis don't play cards that spend momentum because they want him for his ability. But I have almost every way to spend momentum in my deck.
Yeah. I mean, like the top three foundations are all
three cards, all spend momentum. Yeah. So Broken Psyche resets damage to 2. Super good in the meta right now. If I saw the card, really sick, super sick card. It was also really good because it could pick up 6 checks. If you took a hit, that's like how I got my low blocks essentially. Because I didn't have a lot in my deck. I don't think. Yeah, 14. Yeah, that makes sense. It got to play ball committed, pick up syndicate target, which was very relevant against the backup decks that were all playing that low attack. That echoes. Whatever that one's called.
Oh, Harness on Death, yeah.
Harness on Death, yeah. So that card was really good. Cheerleader was flashing the destroy my board card. I just decided to main board it because I'm like, well, I'd rather have a foundation than filled with that in my hand, so I'll just main board my answer, put this, compared to main boarding an action card. That means I can't build, which actually came up a lot. This did. It was easier to answer than having an action in my hand, though, for my opponent. But it still worked pretty well against those decks. So I'm happy I had that one. Condescending Explanation put in work. That card flipped so many attacks in the tournament. I'm like, please stop playing your 20 damage moves on me.
Yeah, just completely delete one.
Yeah, this was clutch. It forced my opponent to draw answers to it, which was all I really needed for it. So those are my momentum pays on my foundations. Yeah. So all these 3 pay momentum. A lot of people played Broken Psyche, but they didn't play the other ones. But granted, I'm on water, so that's probably why. It's a little different. But anyway, moving on. So we got Air and Sidestep. That's just it should be in every deck that has air. That card's actually insane for defense. -2 speed if you block a draw card. Yeah, simple and easy. Faith Shield. That is the other reason I chose to play water. Actually, I think the only reason I chose to play water, other than Mighty Blitz, was to flip my opponent's attack. So like, I was expecting to fight like Porcos and shift attacks all weekend. That's all I really tested against because that's all people were playing, I thought. And there was a lot at the tournament that I just didn't fight. But it was really good against the Hanj players. Like they would like play their throw and you're like, oh no, flip that, you don't get to shift that thing. So that card was really clutch in the deck.
Yeah, I was gonna say how like Face Shield used to be like crazy back when it came out. Like everyone was playing it in all their decks, and fell to the wayside. And I'm happy to hear that it's still pretty fucking good. Obviously, the synergy against Porco sounds great, and canceling shift attacks is also great.
Yep, it was super good. I mean, I would for sure play it more. Like part of me wish it was a 4 of in my deck.
Mm-hmm. And it was basically an action for you, right? Like you weren't, unless you needed to, you wouldn't be building this card down.
Yeah, unless I didn't draw like, or when I played against Godzilla, I never held. It actually got sided out every single time. But
that makes sense.
Because like I don't want a 3 mid block in my deck against them. But like it could block Besiege. It was really good for the Porco matchup. I didn't find a single Porco, but it was good for that matchup. Mm-hmm. Moving on, we got Fast Friendship. It's just basic -speed. It's good spam. The other weird foundation I played was Frantic Plea. So I was trying to play my defense a little bit, kind of like Rodan plays it. And this card supplies the same thing that Ghidorah card does. The
Battle for Dominance?
Battle for Dominance. This says response after they play the third attack, remove a card from your card pool and draw a card. So it's actually better because it's at response speed. You just can't do it on the first two moves. But like you shouldn't need to do it on the first two moves. Is my thought process. Most of the time you're DRing one with Amajiki and then you're blocking the other one.
Mm-hmm.
So this card was really clutch. Frantic Plea is a good card. I think people should play it if you have Chaos. That card's insane for defense.
I am jumping a little bit further ahead, but I was curious how you feel about Frantic Plea versus Street Hero, because I want to say those are very similar one-diff foundations, just with opposite block mods.
Yes, I was playing both on purpose here. Frantic Plea was for if I blocked anything I didn't care about picking up. Street Hero was for the ones that like manifest or like falling debris or like an attack card. Mm-hmm. Frantic Plea is mainly just there for when I block with like my 0 low block foundation, random high block or something like that. But I probably could have had better block mods in my deck. These all kind of suck. So yeah, they're both good. I think that Street Hero is a better card. Like Struggling with Studies was what the old version of the card was. And this card is still crazy.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the best foundations in the game. As a one diff, maybe the best one diff in the game if you have water. Probably every water deck will play 4 from going on forward. I just didn't build my whole deck around blocking only, so I only put 2 in my deck. And in the meta right now, I chose to play some Guardian Angel of Chinatowns, which we'll get to that card eventually, because that was the best card in my deck. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Going back up a bit, we got History's Greatest Monster. It's only in there for the deadlock. Ready at times, like whatever. But if you put this on the board, they can never go to deadlock, or else they take 20 throw damage from your Mighty Blitz. So pretty much I would check that card and they would not build a deadlock, or I would build it on my board. Which was cool. Hungry for Fame, you can pick up a momentum just in case you didn't kill them. I think I only used this card to pick up Aerial Kokosho. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I picked up a Kraken once. I really can't remember.
Would it
what was that?
Would it have been better as the 3 diff that doesn't flip and just commits, or did you prefer the 2 diff on it?
I just wanted the 2 diff. We already play 6-3, 8-3 diffs, so I did not want to overfill my try and build turn 1.
Yeah,
if you count Airship plus the other ones.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We have Macho Concealment, which I wish I played more in my deck. This card is crazy right now. Everyone's playing Moment of Normalcy, which is a card we're going to get to eventually. It just is in every single deck. I don't know why it's only one of in my deck. I thought I played 2. I brought 2 with me, and I only put 1 in, I guess. But I think anyone that has Macho should play 2 of them just to counter Moment of Normalcy if you're giving stats to your attack. I fully believe that.
Yeah. I mean, yes, countering Moment of Normalcy is crazy. And there's also some random other stuff I'm sure you could cancel that you're like, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's only a commit. So, like, I canceled quite a few foundations with that. Sun Eater, the Big 3. I only played this for anti-momentum hate. For pretty much sweeping dagger decks, because if they took my Mighty Blitz and made me dip my momentum, that was annoying. It actually came in clutch round 1 against Jester, randomly. It doesn't say non-characters, so you just gain a free momentum if they target you with their thing. That came in clutch. Or it came in handy for the one game I won. We only made it through game 1, that match. But it was a fine one of. I didn't need to see more of it ever. Surprising skill. This card is crazy right now in the meta. Everyone is playing their backup stun 3U moves. And this card says you're actually going to keep the one that they selective tap, which helps a lot. I wish this was a 4 of.
That was going to be my question, because not only just the backup attack, Beast Titan's Rock Barrage, but also it's also counterplay to Vast Hybrid Chimera Kraken from other people doing it.
Correct. So. Barlow convinced me to play this Warm and Bubbly card that I don't know if I used a single time or if it mattered at all. Because if I took 2 hits, I died from full anyway for my pairings. So that's 2 damage did nothing for me. And I should have just kept the Force Syndicate for surprising skill I was playing, I think. Because having multiple of this card out is just if your opponent stuns you, you can commit them out. You're like, oh, cool.
Yeah, very modal card. Has a lot going on to stop stun.
Especially for a 0 diff.
Yeah.
Then we got his face, Vast Hybrid. I mean, that card's going to be a 3 or a 4 deck you play of Amajiki. I played 4 because I really didn't have a lot of ways to get momentum for free, so it's another way I can get momentum. That's about it for that one. It helps you plus check, so this card's really good in the meta of them blowing your stage up. The more of these you have in your momentum, it's you have foundations that they can't target. Yeah.
I'm assuming you played against some unyielding decks where that was relevant.
I played against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unyielding decks.
Oh my goodness.
Of my 8 rounds.
He's stuck on 4 foundations.
I did play a lot. That's what the cheerleaders kid did come in clutch. I flashed a lot, blow my board up.
Yeah, that is a very good counter to it.
Yep. Yeah, Guardian of China. We already talked about Street Hero. Warm and Bubbly is basic. It should not have been in the deck. Mm-hmm. Guardian Angel of Chinatown. This card is new. It is insane in the meta because the whole meta is DR. It just says if they would try and reduce the damage, they can't. So they can't reset to printed. They can't do anything to your damage. So this is how we responded on our Mighty Blitz to kill them from full on our first attack every game. Didn't matter if they had moment of normalcy anyway. You just were like, nope.
Yeah, just unblockable and no resets. Count to their life total.
Yeah, exactly. And then moment of normalcy. We already talked about this card. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It has infinity. It'll be a 1 of at least in every deck that exists for the rest of time for 3 years. So.
Yeah, it is definitely a very good one.
Yep. Now sideboard. I feel like my sideboard should have been in my main board in some way. I sided about 6 cards every game, 7. Granted, it would have slowed me down a little bit, but we can start with Desperate Struggle. Every deck I played against gave 1,000,000 stats to their moves. This probably should have just been in the main board. I don't know where, but it should have been. It just resets speed or damage, so that helps a lot. So when you only have 20 life. Referee Jury puts their damage to 4. That card should have also probably been in the main board instead of this 4-2 to the Armor Titan that I never played one. I could have also made... I could have just played more of that. Team Dr. Jigaki. There's something I wanted to cancel every single game I played. Revoke is good. Yeah. People don't know what Revoke is. That says cancel an ability or an enhance. But this cancels anything, so it's pretty crazy.
It also cancels City Rampage form, which probably matters.
It did for one of the rounds.
Okay.
I still died through canceling it against another guy, though.
Oh, damn.
He played 5 attacks because he had momentum.
Oh, God.
It. Unlike 7 foundations. It was crazy. I'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Another Angel. Probably should have just been in the main because I sided in every single game. Almost every single game. And then fill with doubt, like I was saying, I played cheerleader instead of that, but sometimes you needed more than just 2 answers. So sometimes I'd side in for more blow my board up cards.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When you were citing these cards in, what would you be cutting out? So like Fortitude was one you mentioned.
Yeah, so I usually would cut out the airships because they're not required for me to win ever. I would cut out like the Fortitude. I would cut out if like they're not playing a string deck, why would I keep Fortitude? Face Shield was a big one I cut out too. If they weren't playing shift attacks, if they weren't playing like loop card pool stuff, like a teaming with the Attack Titan deck, then I would just cut that card out. I cut out Condescending sometime, just because it's a 3-diff that for like Desperate Struggle that kind of does the same thing for me, so I don't have to spend momentum. I cut out Hunger for Fame a lot because I didn't need to pick up momentum in every matchup. Sun Eater, the big 3. If I knew they didn't have momentum hate, I'd cut that. If they were going to go to Deadlock anyway, History's Greatest Monster could go away. There's a lot of foundations that have specific matchups. I have like one-ofs in my deck. Like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 one-ofs that were pretty easy to side out in specific matchups.
Mm-hmm.
So that helped.
Yeah. And that was pretty much everything. I like all the questions I had for the deck list itself.
Yeah. I guess I mainly just picked it because I wanted to play the water symbol. If like going back to your first question, I think I just wanted to play the water symbol, so I played this. It's my favorite symbol that I've played competitively, probably. So I just wanted to play it more.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some really sweet cards in the water symbol. As you point out, like Cheerleader, Broken Psyche, Desperate Struggle, Mighty Blitz, all of Amajiki stuff.
It's sick.
So usually when I do these, we don't go over the round reports. Usually it's just the deck list. So leave it up to you if there's anything you specifically want to talk about the round reports. I know we were alluding to the numerous Godzillas you fought against.
So the day started off great. Like I fought Rodan and Jester, like the decks I had planned like to play against. And I had planned to fight Hanj. I lost to a Hanj the first time because they built like 4 Driven by Retributions, and I can't play against that card.
What the fuck?
Like, it says if I hit him, he gets to like remove my attack from the game, so I don't get the momentum, and I debuild selectively. Yeah. So I just lose if they build that card. I was like, yeah, no, I do lose to that card. So I lost to that guy, just because like that foundation's crazy. Then I beat a Godzilla, and I was like, oh, let's go. Then I fought another Godzilla. Then I fought another Godzilla. And then I fought like a Vaxildan. Yeah, a Vaxildan in the last round that day into another Hanj. So I fought 5 decks that could one-shot me at any time. So it's terrified for my life. Guess what? It happened 3 times.
That is the name of the game with the 7-handers.
Yeah. There's nothing I could do about my losses. Round 6 was the most defeating one because like I fought a Godzilla for the 3rd time in a row, and I was ready for the matchup. I just played it a bunch. I played it perfectly, and he just like drew triple determined on turn 3, played the action. I canceled it into 3 determined advances, passed him for free. I'm like, I can't answer that. All right, cool.
Yeah. Godzilla is definitely super scary, and if you're a 7-hander, you gotta pray. You gotta pack some hate for him and pray. Like you will explode.
Yeah, I'm hoping I don't fight that deck a lot. That's the goal in my life.
Yeah. No more big monsters, please. But with that, we've gone through the deck, some of your matches. Any shout outs you want to give before we sign out?
I'm going to give a shout out to David. He played my deck at a local qualifier and said it was sick. So that's why I stuck to it and didn't play a different deck.
I mean, it was definitely sick. Mighty Blitz put in the Vast Hybrids and Send them for the life total. That's crazy.
It was sick.
And if that's all you got for shoutouts, I want to shout out the Metaversus uvsultra account. This is what I've been using for the deck lists from Louisville. It has every single deck from the event. It's got all the match history for everyone's deck lists. It is just crazy resource that I want more people in the community to know about. So make sure you guys check this stuff out. And with that, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment your favorite Godzilla character. We're signing out, everybody. Bye-bye.
That's fucked up. Bye.